Hello again, horse racing fans. Welcome to another episode of the Insight Post. We're continuing our Saturday, August 3rd Saratoga card with the other graded stakes races on the card, looking at races 7, 8, and 10, and a couple special plays for you in these early maiden races that we will kind of sprinkle in throughout the video. So make sure, like, subscribe, stick around, and watch as we have a couple maidens that we really like on the card, along with these graded stakes races. We've already put out our Whitney video, so make sure to go and watch it at the end. It'll be either over here or over there. Go and watch that, as we feel like there's a good upset opportunity in the Grade 1 Whitney for race 11 on Saturday at Saratoga. So let's kick things off here. Race 7. Currently, this is like a middle pick 5, races 7 through 11. Kicking it off, we have the Saratoga Derby, a big Grade 1 on the turf. Hopefully we stay on the turf and get some clear weather, as it's kind of like a downpour today, Wednesday, at Saratoga. We're currently going a mile and a 16th in here, and our top pick is going to be Cagino. Comes out of the Audubon, the American Turf, and the Transylvania, finishing second, fourth, and a first place in that Audubon. 91 career best speed figure last time out. Did run, however, at a mile and an eighth. So we'll try a mile and a 16th or 3/16 for the first time for Irad Ortiz and Claude McGahee. A really good horse, has some early speed, and that's kind of what he's been able to do, especially in the Audubon, getting out early and basically wiring the field in there. American Turf, not so lucky, did not break very well at all, was kind of buried, and then only able to rally up for fourth. So we should see Cagino set up again. Being able to break early. There is a little bit of a speed to his inside, but not much of his outside. So he's just got to beat Izzy Dioro, the one horse out of the gate, and should be able to make a pretty good run in here to back up or get his first Grade 1 victory. Works have been really good at Saratoga, 4 furlongs and 47. Both times out, July 21st and July 14th, the horse has been working out phenomenally. So obviously Cagino is in great form. However, the horse that he's going to have to beat and probably going to have to fend off a late runner in Legend of Time for William Buick for Charlie Appleby. Comes out of the Belmont Derby and the Pennington Ridge and the American Turf Grade 2 in there, finished fifth. Again, was one behind Cagino. Picks up a win in the Pennington Ridge, a Grade 2 at Belmont Aqueduct, going a mile and an eighth. And comes out of the Belmont Derby going a mile and 3/16 last time out, finishing third behind Tricari and White Palomino. White Palomino being another horse in here. I think this race really sets up for Legend of Time. Should have some pretty good pace to run into. Hopefully they go a little bit faster. He needs them to go kind of fast to have a good pace to run into. William Buick should be able to set this horse up nicely to have something to run at. And it's just, is he going to be able to catch Cagino or White Palomino? Third, right to the outside of him. So these horses are kind of 2, 3, 4. Diego Velasquez, Irish bred here for Aidan O'Brien. Ryan Moore gets the mount. Comes out of a Grade 3 at Leopardstown last time out. Hard to decide what this horse could do pace-wise. Probably going to be in the mix early. Kind of like the pedigree out of Frankel, Galileo. Just amazing pedigree that we've seen from these horses that have been in France, Ireland, Great Britain. Have done really, really well out of the Frankel, Galileo line. So Diego Velasquez, obviously 7-3 in lifetime, 4-1, however, in 2024. So we'll see if it's kind of picking up here. A good opportunity to pick up a really good Grade 1 stakes race in the States, and possibly setting up for a run in Breeders' Cup in the fall. Long shot currently at 6-1, not big price, but deterministic. Number 5, Joel Rosario Christophe Clement, gets back to the turf for the second time. Comes out of the Grade 3 Manila, finished second in there. That was the first time deterministic had been on the turf, so it was kind of like, okay, maybe we need to put this horse on the turf. Obviously the pedigree, Liam's Map, Unbridled Song, a little bit of Spitestown on the dam side, points that the horse should run on some turf. They tried it, worked really well. 85 speed figure, did it from not necessarily off the pace, but it's kind of setting in the middle of the pack, and I think the horse should have some pace to run into, and will sit close enough to be able to run into late. 6-1, pretty good price play right now for deterministic. Race 8, the second Grade 1 race on the card. We have the Test Stakes going 7 furlongs for these fillies that will be sprinting, that are 3-year-olds. Another great race on the card. We have our top pick in here, Ways and Means. Kind of a big question mark. Finished 4th in the Kentucky Oaks. Obviously, we know what Torpedo Anna is all about. Ways and Means finishing 4th in there to her. Comes right back in an allowance of non-winners. Just blows the field away like she should have. Kind of prepping for the test. And posts a 104 speed figure with Flavion Pratt aboard. Again, probably going to see the horse come from mid-pack yet again. Should not necessarily need the lead or need to be sitting close to the lead to be able to make a late run. Has enough late speed to be able to catch them enough, especially in a sprint race. The 104 last time out was huge, especially being an allowance race of not much that she had to beat. So definitely one that looks really good on the form. July 20th went 4 furlongs in a workout and 47-1, the best on the day. So what a workout by Ways and Means leading up to this race. So we'll see if she is ready to fire yet again. I think the biggest challenger could be to her inside in Denim and Pearls and Emery. Denim and Pearls gets Irad aboard. Brad Cox will get them out. As you can see, Flavion choosing Ways and Means over Denim and Pearls. Denim and Pearls does come out of a Grade 2, 8 bells. Was nothing in there whatsoever. Finished a disappointing 7th. Winner of the Grade 2 Beaumont. 96 speed figure in there. But nothing comparable to what Ways and Means has been able to do on the speed figure side. The horse that's sitting closest to Ways and Means on the speeds is probably Emery. First in the Victory Ride, a 90 speed figure in there. So one horse that has a really good speed figure last time out. Just definitely going to be up against it for sure. Tyler Gaffleone for Brad Cox as he gets the horses in the 1 and 2 gate. Denim and Pearls has some really good works, being first on each of her works on July 27th and July 20th. 5 furlongs, 59-2 and 59-3. So really good workouts for Denim and Pearl. So obviously in this sprint race, she should be flying out early to challenge for the lead if needed, or contesting or getting the lead over Ways and Means or even someone else like Brightwork. Brightwork being a long shot play in here. Another one that has some pretty good works. 4 furlongs and 48, 5 furlongs in 1 minute. Kind of comparable to some of our other picks. 6-1. Got to take a shot and use this horse with an exacta, maybe a trifecta on the outside. Has some early speed. Has been going long, 1:16. So cutting back a little bit to a sprint is interesting for Brightwork in here. So we'll see what we can get. Johnny V gets the mount. First time on her. So definitely one jockey to take into consideration on the jockey switch. 6-4 lifetime. So basically when she was going sprints, the horse was dominant. They stretched her out in the Acebiata and the Breeders' Cup Juvenile and just nothing whatsoever. This is kind of a good tune-up race because she will come off a big layoff from November. But seems to be one that's working out really well at 6-1. If you want a price play, Brightwork is well worth it in here. Race 9, this is not a graded stakes race, but a really good betting race. The Fastest Tipped Lure. This is a 135 stakes race for 4-year-olds and up. A really good betting race for sure. Our top pick in here is going to be Smokin' Tea for a price at 6-1. Claude McGahee, Johnny V, yet again, comes out the Grade 3 Arlington, finishing 5th. Just a horse that has a lot of early speed, a little bit of a late speed if needed. However, she's kind of struggled. The last win being in the Appleton at Gulfstream Park going a mile. So we'll have to figure things out to be able to find the winner's circle and beat the horse to her outside, who's going to be running late in number 9, More Than Looks. 101 speed figures in her last 2. In his last 2. Breeders' Cup Mile, finished 6th in there, nothing. In the Jefferson Cup, same thing, 101, finishing 1st in there with Christian Torres. Irad gets the nod here for Sherry DeVoe. Very interesting workouts again at Keeneland. July 28th and July 22nd, 5 furlongs in a minute, 4 furlongs 48, and 2 the best on the day for those times. So definitely one that's training well. Hopefully we get a clean track and this can stay on the inner turf. And Saratoga turf racing has been phenomenal. Third, we're going back to the inside in Kubrick. Late runner in here for Frankie Dettori with Chad Brown. Comes out of the Poker and the Maker's Mark. 6th in both of those. So we'll see a little bit of class relief for Kubrick in here as a late runner, but going to have a little bit more late running to be able to run with More Than Looks, who will be flying late for sure. And our long shot pick is going to be Pioneering Spirit, another late runner, but has some early speed to sit a little bit close. Optional claiming last time out, finished 5th, very disappointing. Belmont Gold Cup 6th in there. You have to go all the way back to the Knickerbocker back at October 23rd to pick up this horse's last win on a sloppy track. So if we do get an off track in here, Pioneering of the Spirit could be one to take into consideration. However, again, stakes races, the graded stakes races for Pioneering of the Spirit have been kind of disappointing. But again, Linda Rice giving Jose the mount in here. He was on this horse the last time in that Knickerbocker. So it will be interesting to see. Maybe Jose knows what to do with the horse and can figure things out. Kind of like that, going back to Jose instead of Lizcano to see if we can get a little bit of a mix-up for Pioneering Spirit. Race 10, back to graded stakes. This is a grade 2, the Troy going 5.5 furlongs. Another beautiful sprint race on the turf at Saratoga. Top pick going to the outside in here. Grooms All Business. Yes, we're going to try to beat Cogburn in here with a horse that's testing out graded stakes races for the first time. Dylan Davis, I believe it's Jorge Huarte Jr. As the trainer. It comes out of the Get Serious in the turf sprint, Monmouth and Pimlico. 95 and 97 speed figures. 2 wins for Grooms All Business. Done it really well. Kind of done it sitting off the pace in the Get Serious, and then comes from way out of it in the turf sprint. So definitely has some tactical ability to use in this race if needed. But I look for Grooms All Business. A little bit of speed to its outside, not much to the inside, so the horse should be able to set up nicely. Dylan Davis has been kind of hit or miss on these kind of price plays, so we'll take a stab at this one at 8-1. And obviously, we have to use Cogburn. Been a phenomenal horse, comes out of the Jalper and the turf sprint, grade 2 and a grade 1, 111 and a 107 speed figure. Just has been an absolute burner on the turf, going 5.5 furlongs. So we'll see what happens here. Again, going 5.5. I just think the horse could have a little bit of a regression, or the horse has just been phenomenal and is just going to blow away all of these contenders in here. But definitely have to use it. Irad gets the nod for Steve Asmussen yet again, as he's been on this horse twice now and picks up both of those wins. Basically just leading early. The horse is going to try to wire them in here yet again in this quick sprint. Kind of a hole shot right now. 6. It's just going to be hard to get to the inside. The horse will probably have a little bit of speed on its inside. But we'll see how aggressive Irad is going to be. Obviously, he's going to try to get out and get the lead and just put these other horses away. Third, Mischief Magic, late runner in here. Charlie Appleby, William Buick has finished second. Well, finished behind Cogburn in those last 2, the Jalper and the turf sprint. 5th and a 4th in each one of those. So we'll see if it can figure things out and try to run Cogburn down. And our long shot play is going to be number 2, Outlaw Kid. Comes off an allowance win last time out. Really doesn't have any tactical speed. 82 and 89 as the late or early and late speed. So obviously going to be one that's going to sit off the pace or right in that mid-pack. However, big speed figure last time out in a 95 with Flavion Pratt. So he's going to get the mount yet again, be familiar with the horse, and kind of figure things out of when to go or what to do. Did beat out a pretty good Big Invasion last time out, who's also in here at 15-1. This is a great price horse for a long shot play. Exacta trifectas. Turf sprints usually go a little crazy, so we'll see if it can sit close enough to Cogburn and kind of fend off some of these late runners to get a little bit of shot of the money in second or third. All right, so there's our graded stakes races for the card. We're going to kind of go up into some of these maiden races that we talked about, that we have some really good horses running in. And of course, we have the Whitney video already done up, so just go and check that out on the channel. So we're looking at this race 1, mile and 16th, big turf race in here for Maidens. And Todd Pletcher is unloading his 2-year-olds on Saturday at Saratoga, or maybe the week of Saratoga. But number 8, Assertiveness, currently 7-2, Flavion Pratt. Like I said, Todd Pletcher unloading his band of 2-year-olds. However, this is into Mischief. We so see them do really well on the turf, so this one could be a hit or miss. But the workouts have been unbelievable. We got a 4 furlongs and 48 and 1, fourth fastest on the day, July 24th, leading up to this race. This is a Spendthrift and Rapoli Stables owned $650,000 big old purchase for Assertiveness, number 8, currently for Todd Pletcher. Wesley Ward drops one in here as well. Clock Tower 6-1. Has raced previously in a $117,000 maiden. So definitely kind of taking a little bit of class relief coming in here. And Chad Brown has a really good runner, British bred Asbury Park out of Franco and Galileo, who usually is phenomenal on turf. Workouts, again, comparable to Assertiveness. Looks really good. Irad's going to get the mount in here. This one, $445,000 purchase. So this race on the turf for race 1 on Saturday has been unbelievable. Horses that have been purchased for ungodly amounts, and definitely some really good contenders and horses to watch as we go forward. Looking at race 2, another maiden special. We're going 6 furlongs here on the dirt, and lo and behold, Todd Pletcher has another one in probability with Irad. Currently 5-2 on the morning line. Workouts have been, again, unreal. July 27th, 4 furlongs, we go 48. 7 out of 104 horses. This is a colt out of improbable. Maybe we'll see this one square up for the Kentucky Derby. Who knows? But Todd Pletcher has a horse for the Kentucky Derby for sure. Is it probability? We'll see how he runs coming in on Saturday. And next, a bigger price for race 2, number 8, Friend of the Devil, Carlos Martin, Javier Castellano, another good workout. This one went 47 and 4. Fastest on the day, going 4 furlongs. So definitely want to take into consideration. This is Honest Mischief out of Into Mischief with Fabulo out of Bodemeister. So wow, on the pedigree side. Watch this one kind of be a big runner in here as well, and a pretty good price of 10-1. I think I have one more baby race for you. There we go. Race 5, 6 furlong sprint, another maiden special weight in here. And number 6, Classicist. Again, Todd Pletcher. Throw it out. Let's go. Every 2-year-old is hitting the board for Todd Pletcher. We have 3-1 currently for this. Johnny V getting the mount. I believe it's out of Curlin with Smart Strike. And the damn playtime out of Street Cry. Bred and owned by St. Elias Stables. Another one that Todd Pletcher is getting ready to unleash on us on Saturday. Really good workouts. July 19th, probably the best. 5 furlongs was the second fastest of the day, going a minute and about 4. The 4 furlong sprint that it did, the workout was a 48 and 3. So another fabulous workout for this horse coming in. So there's a couple maiden special weight races for you guys that we are kind of interested in. Here's another one. Race 6, obviously Todd Pletcher again with Johnny V, Contrabandist, another top pick. Like I said, Todd Pletcher is unloading his 2-year-old crop on Saturday. So make sure to go and check those out as well. We'll post down below each play for the card and kind of how we'll play some pick 4s and pick 5s for you guys. So go check out the comments. Make sure to like, keep hitting that subscribe button. We're so close to 1,000. And again, our Whitney video will probably be posted over there at the end of this video. So go check it out as well. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you win big on a fabulous Saratoga Saturday.